close to 5. Head's a mess, but felt alive. Mirror smiles back, kiss hello. Tagged your pics, just so you know. We popped that champagne, losing all control. When the night is over, I'm gonna have to post parole. Let's fucking go! Smiles back, kiss hello. Tagged your pics. When the beat drops. Let's fucking go! When the beat drops. Let's fucking go!
My city's always grimy. We walk on these mean streets. Everyone want a piece of me. I handle all my own business. I am the one to watch. No one can ever stop me. They call me Vicky. Bitch! Chúng tôi làm việc chăm chỉ mỗi ngày. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Đây là thế giới của chúng tôi. This is our world. Chúng tôi luôn đứng đầu. On top, on top. Chúng tôi làm việc chăm chỉ mỗi ngày. The money keeps piling up. My pockets are always full. We drive around in big cars. The city belongs to us. I'm hot like Boomba and I'm here to stay. My crew always has my back. We always staying low, watching for all fakes. Chúng tôi làm việc chăm chỉ mỗi ngày. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Đây là thế giới của chúng tôi. This is our world. Chúng tôi luôn đứng đầu. On top, on top. Chúng tôi làm việc chăm chỉ mỗi ngày. Yeah, hey, ai lọt đến lọt, you heard it. Đây là tên thuộc trong tôi. Đã khóc cô khu ra xanh cả. You want break it. Trong đội đã hay dễ năn so. We run the city. I represent my homeland. All other rappers are weak. My whole crew is untouchable. My style is pure concrete. I am Vietnam's one queen. I keep my enemies close. No one can touch my reign. You think you can get close? You're a joke. Good day. Don't bow down, we don't stand in line. Born to break chains, running out of time. Me and my friends, yeah, we can't be stopped. We climb too high, we'll never drop. You can't push us down, can't box us in. We play to win, tearing holes in the skin. We make our own rules, no gods, no kings. Outlaws forever, we do our thing. Middle finger high, we resist them. One voice loud, fuck the system. Ride or die, nothing left to lose. We choose the chaos chose you. Blood on the pavement, fire in the sky. We live forever like Bonnie and
Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to tonight's workshop, AI Factory Workshop. Tonight we're going to be jam-packed with a great deal of information led by the Doctor of Music, Mr. D. Lehman. David is going to be kind enough to give us a real deep preview of the functionality of Studio. And David, I'll like to let you take over to go ahead and give us a quick intro.
All right. Hey, I'm glad to see everybody. And I want you to know I've been working very, very hard to prepare for today, trying to learn this new platform. Because truly, it is, hello, I'll see you go. It is truly a game changer. Now, we were all expecting this DAW to come around, right? A digital audio workspace, but this thing is more than that. This is a GAW, a GAW is what they're calling it now, a generational audio workstation, and I love that. Because it is more than just cutting and pasting and moving tracks around. All right, so let's go in if you want. I want to start at the beginning, and I wanted to say this too. I'm looking at the people that we have here, so many great composers and creators, and I'm certain that I'm going to say things that you already know and probably better than I do. But today, we're starting at the beginning for everyone, and so we'll all be on the same page. I guess it's
David?
the old teacher in me, but yeah.
Hey, David, 1 second. I just want to remind everyone to watch your screen, please.
Yeah. Please watch over onto mine. We're going to do the LP. Roy's going to run that. I'm going to run the demo today. I figured it'd be easier. All right. So everybody let me know in the chat when you are ready, or just shout it out, and we're going to get started. I know that people will have things to add and questions. I am going to run this like I would any kind of group that I was instructing, and I will be stopping often for questions and comments and feedback and additions, because I'm sure there will be a lot that I have to learn from you guys. All right, so I'm starting right from the home page, and to get into this studio, first you have to be part of that tier, I guess. Right now, they are running a half-off sale. I got the whole year for like $138. It was worth it for me. If you don't have it, you might want to take a look tonight and see if it's worth an investment that you are willing to make. So once you are in, you have a studio button here right above between create and the library. I'm going to push that, and we're going to get in. It's a little separate interface, so it's going to take a second to load up. And I want to go through just the very basic parts of this thing first. First, know that it is divided into 4 sections. The first section is what we already know and love. This custom prompt, all the bells and whistles, the advanced options, all of your sliders, everything we're familiar with from our custom tab is there. Tab number 2 is our workspace. Now, I've always kind of had a problem with workspaces. It's kind of annoying when I just want to freely generate, but in Studio it helps because it keeps all of your stuff together. The third section here is our timeline. Now, you might see these jumping.
Question for you on the workspace. Does it allow us to basically pull stems and manage the stems in that area?
Yes. And I'll show you all that in just 1 second. Let me get through it and we'll stop and make sure everybody's aligned. All right. What I wanted to show you here, these sections, there's also a fourth one here, and it's basically track information. You open these with just the 1, 2, 3, 4 button. So there's 1 opened and closed, 2 open and close, 3 open to our big timeline, and 4. All right. So now, any questions? Anybody have anything? Let's see. Anybody have any questions? Or anything to add before we move on? That's just basic architecture of the platform. I do not know how to join the beta. I had to buy my way in. Okay, here we go. So because I wanted this to be a group effort, I asked my good friend Keeks to give me a prompt that we could use. I'm going to open that up here. To save us some time, I went ahead and just copy pasted it right in here and ran it. So just like any Suno generation, you can type all of your things here and create right there. So 1 and 2 are just as you know them. 3, the timeline, though, is where it gets interesting. Let's look at some parts here. It's called a timeline because just like in a DAW, you have a track list here, and you have musical time on the top. Okay, so measures and beats. Do you see how I don't know if you can tell on the screen, but these verticals are slightly different color to show you where the measures are. And you can zoom in and out on that timeline right down here. Okay. So track list here, timeline there. Regular Roman numeral time down here. So you can go by measures, you can go by minutes and seconds. Along the bottom, and this is one of my first gripes with Studio, is what's called the transport. And it's very, very small here. Transport is where you play, rewind, fast forward, loop, that sort of thing. It's also where you can set tempo very specifically, and you can add tracks. You can also upload audio here. It's got a volume, and this is your zoom. So once we start pulling in tracks, you'll see that we can zoom in to do some really hardcore editing. Up along the top are our 4 sections. We're in the timeline here. I'm going to go to the 3 dots, and I'm going to open a project. The prompt that Keeks gave was called Come When You Can, and I asked her for a gentle singer-songwriter style prompt because I wanted the lines, the musical lines, the instrumental lines, to be easy for Suno to differentiate. Now, I'm going to show you how I got here. I'm going to open a new project. We're going to go into, it's this generation that I liked. And we're just going to click on it. You can listen to it. You can rate it, all those things. And you still have your full pull-down menu there as well, just like in any library or workspace. But when you click on it, you have it in that fourth panel, open up here, and I've already taken and extracted the stems from that piece. You can do that by just hitting extract stems and then inserting them all in. Now they're all in. I'm going to take away and delete this top track. Okay. Questions, concerns? Yeah, this is a classroom, because this is a game changer, you guys. I got to tell you, it is not just prompt and pray anymore. You can do so much here. All right, so any questions about where we are and how we got here? All right, I'm going to, because I have to pop back and forth between the chat and the screen. So, all right, what I like about the editor here is you can do things like drag and drop. So here is our generation that we want to edit. And I'm just going to, let's see, make myself a little space, because it doesn't auto make space for you. I'm just going to, boom, drop it right in there. Now we've got the full track as part of our mix too. But that full track has also been broken down into stems, which I have inserted. So we really don't need it, but I just wanted to show you the drag and drop functionality. Just like in any DAW, you can delete tracks. Okay. Now, here's some functionality that I really like. It's already gone and labeled what these tracks are: drums, bass, guitar, synth. Let's listen to the original first, and then we'll listen to some of the stems separately. This is a piece by Keeks called Come When You Can. Keeks, I know you're here. This probably doesn't sound like anything that you've done with the song, because I did a whole new generation from scratch, but here we go.
Come when it's late and you can't stop thinking. Come when the city's too loud, when you just need somewhere quiet. Come when it's raining, or when it's all too much. I don't care when, just come, you're welcome here. You don't have to say a thing, just breathe, just be. Lay your head where the quiet is, right here next to me. You can fall apart if you need. You're welcome, love. You're safe with me.
I'm going to, if you can follow along, we're right here.
Come when you've messed it all up, or when you've got good news.
Where the transients pick up on.
Come when you're tired.
Okay.
And David, were you trying to say something? You were drowned out.
Okay. Yes. All right. So you can follow along with this waveform here, which are what these are called. And they work. I don't know how many of you have used waveforms, probably most of you, but they work like this. Oh, doesn't like you to go too deep. All right, come on. All right, so we've got time here, and we've got amplitude here. So the louder it is, the higher the peaks are, the higher the mountains are. So this is a very quiet section. This is a louder section. This is the loudest section in our little example here.
David?
And I know I am trying to be pedantic, but I know some of you guys will know a lot of this.
There's
Here's the cool
a
thing.
question from chat, if you don't mind. They want to know,
Yep.
is this something that enables you to generate new stems?
Yes. Yes. You can generate new stems. I'll show you that in just 1 second. You can also edit these waveforms. Okay. So, and you can play them individually. Okay. So if we go down to our transport, I'm going to play the stems. This is not the track. This is all the stems together. And you'll notice the cursor starts here at the beginning.
Come when it's late and you can't stop thinking.
Now, here's something interesting. We need to do, I found that this speed thing, it will do, shoot, how do we do? This is at 76, I know. So I am going to put that in. 77 beats a minute. All right. Now we go back to the beginning. Let's try it again. So it regenerated. It didn't just speed up that track.
Come when it's late
Here are
and you
vocals.
can't stop thinking. Come when the city's too loud, when you just need someone.
Yes, Roy?
How'd you like the volume on the pseudo studio? Because when you're trying to talk over it, you're completely you cannot hear a word you say.
My voice, okay. How,
There's a way to
okay.
bring the volume down on your PC output to about half. You can
Yeah.
still hear it and hear you over it.
Okay.
That's
Yes,
a
there
setting in
is.
Discord, I think, unless I'm thinking incorrectly.
No.
Genevieve, can you hear while the music is playing?
Okay. Now you said my voice is set at 15%. I don't know how to do that. I can turn up my mic in the studio though. All right. Let's see. How's that? I turned it down a bit. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
All right. I can even turn it down a little bit.
Come when it's late
Okay.
and you can't stop thinking.
Now I don't know if that volume there
Come when the
affects just the
city's too
playback
loud,
and the monitor
when
or
you
the
just
whole
need
mix. I
somewhere
think it's probably
quiet.
just the monitor.
Come when it's
All
raining,
right. So now look.
or
Here
when
are
it's
our
all
vocals.
too much. I don't care when, just come. You're welcome
Okay.
here.
Drums. We don't really have any drums here. There we go. Coming in. You can see them right there. Boom, jack. Boom, jack. Boom, jack. You can see the individual booms of the basses. And you can see the guitar. Now here's an interesting technique that I found before we start regenerating stems and whatnot. Look at some of the stems that it did generate. A backing vocal stem. But really, there's the backing vocals. It's very small. Okay, but it's there. But look at this, a synth stem. And the only thing that's on it, if I can get it to open up, is this one little thing. Look, right there. I'm going to solo it. Just one little blip.
Well, that's subtle.
So, right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute that track. I don't even want it to generate it. I don't want it to take that into consideration. It's just going to be noise in the background with all this other stuff. And that's one thing that I found. When you stem these things, it's going to stem everything. And some of them are going to be damn near empty. You should mute those. It cleans out the mix. Now, look here. This is an interesting little button. This minimizes all your tracks. To turn the track on so you can hear it, you're going to make sure this little icon is lit. When it's off, it is muted. And when you export, if the track is muted, it will not export that track. Okay? If you want to go through and listen to each stem individually, that's what this little S is for. That's the solo button. So if we wanted just to listen to the drums, hit S, and we can isolate the drums. If you want to do any more of a complicated mix, like, okay, add the bass now, you would have to do it by muting the other things. Solo is for one thing at a time. Okay. Also, the space bar is going to be your stop and start. Okay, nice, convenient playback that way. The arrows for you experienced DAW users, the little arrows on the keyboard, they do not correspond with the transport yet, which kind of sucks because, you know, you can get very fast at moving around. I haven't tried anything other than really just moving with my mouse. Even the back, even this reverse sometimes is a little sketchy. It goes section by section. Okay, so now any questions? I want to stop and ask questions. Look in the chat. Okay, 2 per generation. Interesting, 2 versions for each stem. Yes, that's right, Bush. All right, at least we got the space bar. Yes. All right. You can control all stem volume on the own. Yes, that's right. That's right.
David, sure. So if we kind of do this fundamental
okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay, I'm gonna open a DAW. I'm gonna open a free DAW that you can download. It's called Audacity. I hope it doesn't cause my stuff to freeze, but I don't think it will. I might have to reshare a different screen. Just a second. But what Audacity is basically a way to edit waveforms. All right. So you'll see. Let me open a recent here. Okay. All right. I've got to share a different screen. 1 second. Share that. Okay. Sorry if you want to pop back on this screen. I pushed the wrong button and stopped the stream. But okay. Okay. So here is a DAW. This is Audacity. And you have basically the same thing. Time across the top. And this only has 1 track in it right now. It was just a piece that I was editing. You'll notice there's a waveform there. I can zoom in very close on that waveform. Okay, I haven't tried to get this close on Suno yet. But you can also play, I don't even know what this is. Some piano something. Okay, and you can edit. So these are little sections here that I've edited. Okay, the only thing that's really different here than in Suno Studio is that this doesn't generate anything. It's like a word processor for sound. I can go in and I can put in various effects if I want, which is nice. And I can also add little side instruments, VST, virtual instruments like reverbs and delays and synths and that kind of stuff. It takes input. A DAW is not generative. Okay? Generative is, sorry, here we go. You'll have to share the screen again. Sorry about that. I'll wait, give everybody a second. Oh, they don't? It just pops back on? Good.
Yeah.
All right, so, good. So what you'll see is that a lot of the things are similar. I could have opened up more tracks on that DAW, and that's just a very simple, basic, free, DAW. It's nothing, nothing huge. I wonder why all my stuff disappeared. I hate that. You accidentally touched something. There we go. Okay. So we can listen to the individual tracks. We've done that. All right, so let's listen. I'm going to solo these background voices, and we're going to hear what they sound like. Might take a second to get up to them. Pretty underwhelming, actually. So let's change that. Now, on your timeline, you'll notice that you can select individual tracks, and within those individual tracks, you can drag and select different sections of the track. So what I'm going to do here is select these background vocals. Okay. It's already a backing vocal track. And I'm going to change the style. I'm going to keep everything else, but I'm going to change this to an angelic choir. We're composing here. I don't know what, I haven't done this in advance, so we're going to learn together. I'm not going to change the lyrics because it already was responding to these lyrics here. Let's see what happens when I replace just that section. Hit that. Just like in the editor, we're replacing a section, except here we have broken the piece down into a stem and can now replace sections of each stem. And not just replace, but regenerate. That's what we're doing. We are actually regenerating here. And when you export it, it will use that as part of the whole, right?
Does this cost me in credits every time that you're generating?
You get 10,000 a month when you get when you get the studio. So I haven't even gotten close. I know when you extract stems in a very there's two ways to extract stems. Say you had this piece and you wanted to just make a track so you could sing over it. You can extract stems that are just the vocals and the rest of the instruments, or you can extract all of the stems and get every instrument, which is what we did in this case. Now, if you look, now we have a whole new backing vocal here, right? And if you look here, you can see we actually have two different versions. So just like any sort of compositional process, we can go through and we can audition these. So I have version 1 in there now. Let's listen to it just by itself. Can we do that? Yes, I've soloed it. So I'm going to listen to just version 1 by itself. Okay, I thought that was pretty dope. But let's try this version. Okay. We'll try this version next. Okay. I want to try that one. Okay. Play. Oh, sorry. Or do we have both on? I think we may have had both on. That's what we listened to last time. Let's listen to the first one. There we go. All right. So which do you guys like? Do you like the first one or the second one? We could listen to it with the rest in context. Oh, that kind of is a weird cut. Nice. All right, so let's unsolo, and we hear the whole context with those background vocals now.
When you just come, you're welcome here. You don't have to say a thing, just breathe, just be. Lay your head where the quiet is, right here next to me. You can fall apart if you need. You're welcome, love.
Okay, that was pretty beautiful. Let's try it with the first version and see if we like it better.
When just come, you're welcome here. You don't have to say a thing, just breathe, just be. Lay your head where the quiet is, right here next to me. You can fall apart if you need. You're welcome, love.
All right, so personally, I like the first version better. So what we're going to do is highlight it. This one's muted. This one is highlighted. Boom. And we're going to copy that to the main track. Bam. That's the version we're going to use. So now, do you see how we've regenerated part of the stem, but we've also done some generative composing because we had several versions to choose from. Now, if we listen to the whole mix, we can hear our new background angelic chorus.
When just come, you're welcome here. You don't have to say a thing, just breathe, just be. Lay your head where the quiet is, right here next to me. You can fall apart if you need. You're welcome, love.
Okay, I think that's gorgeous. We've got the synth because there was empty, so, but look, we took that empty.
David, if I may,
Yes.
maybe we can
Please.
show it if you want, because we have two versions. For example, those backing vocals, and if
Yep.
well, this example may not be the best, but if the Suno generates like two similar versions, you can actually use both, right?
Oh. So if
Now,
I
it's not easy because you will have to add new empty track, and then you can drag one of the versions to the separate track, and then you can have both. And for example, you can pan one version to the right and the second version to the left and create some
Yes.
nice wide stereo chorus.
Okay, I just did that.
Yeah.
So let's see what we've got. Let's see. That is copied in the main track. All right. Good. So now, did everybody understand what I think that was Bushman, right? Bush? I'm sorry, I'm not on Discord.
Yep.
Yeah, but everybody understand what he said? Now we have both versions. We're going to layer them. And to differentiate, we're going to use this right here, which is this is our volume, We can take it down a little bit. This is our pan. So let's pan this one far to the right, and we're going to pan this one far to the left. There we go. Now, when we play together, I might have to take this down a little bit so that it doesn't get overwhelming, because now we're doubling the amount of sound there. But let's give it a try together.
Oh, come here. You don't have to say a thing. Just breathe, just be. Lay your head where the quiet is, right here next to me. You can fall apart if you need. You're welcome, love. You're safe with me.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let me stop there and take a second. Anybody have questions, concerns, additions? Thank you so much, Bush, for that. Okay. Yes, you know, when before the mid 60s, all your favorite songs were recorded originally in mono, and the way they got it to be layered like that, they just kept overdubbing and overdubbing and overdubbing. That's John Lennon would sing his exact same vocal line on top of himself 2 or 3 times. And that was just to give it that interest. And that's kind of an example of what we just did there with that background vocal. Now, I'm going to remove this synth line altogether because it's just taking up bandwidth. I'd like now to add a track. And if you go right here, you can see a couple of different things. I'm going to rename this. I want to add a cello. I've been deep into cello lately. And I'm going to turn that. There are like different types of tracks, but they're listed here by the damn icons, and it's so stupid. So it's okay. There it goes, strings. I'll put a new strings track here. Right here, where the drums take a break, let's listen to that section. Let's see if maybe our cello belongs there.
You're safe with me. Come when you've messed it all
A nice blank space. Okay, so I'm going to go right into our new track, this cello that we just created. I'm going to highlight that space, go right into so it dovetails with the re-entrance of the voice and the drums. You can just look at it graphically. And we're going to create some strings right there. And we're going to call this solo cello. And this holds like 1,000 characters. So you can really get in there with the description. For this, I'm just going to say rhapsodic, epic, emotional.
So it actually, when you write lots of text, it starts expanding. Same thing with the
It
lyrics,
does.
right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it does. So that's why I'm going to try to keep it pretty. I'm going to take out epic because that doesn't go with emotional. All right. So let's generate a cello line there and see what happens. Now, what I love about this, it's taking the rest of what's going on in the mix, what's come before it, what's coming after it, into consideration as it's creating this cello line. So hopefully there's not going to be any rhythmic fiddling necessary. There's not going to be any harmonic language that doesn't work. It's such a lovely shortcut for a composer. All right, now we have 2 versions, and we could create, if you wanted to edit and audition more, you could make more than 2 versions. I'm going to make 4 here. then let's, so I'm going to mute. Ah, this is kind of annoying. All right, mute. Does that mute or is that's playing? Okay, I just enabled it to play. Ugh. See, I'm still learning. All right, so let's look at version 1 and see what it sounds like. I'm going to solo our track so we can just hear the cello by itself. Yeah, it added some guitar in there. No bueno. Okay, let's try another one. Now it is playing those rhythms on the cello. It is, and you can strum the strings on a cello. Those are kind of cool. All right, let's see the other versions, though. I want to give them all a chance. All right. That sounds more like a viola to me. Okay, not my fave. Let's try number 4. There we go. Nice. All right. I think that's the one I want. I'm going to make the call. So I'm going to copy that to our main track. Now we've generated a little cello line there. Going to unsolo the track. See, the thing with the DAW, or in this case a GAW or whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of little bips and bobs, little buttons everywhere. Don't be afraid. There's nothing you can push that you can't unpush. There's an undo right here. All right, so let's go from our ethereal angelic chorus into this cello solo and see if it nailed it.
You're welcome, love. You're safe with me. Come when you've messed it all
Nice.
up, or when you've got good news.
Okay, so any questions there? Do you see how that works? That was pretty cool, right? I think it's an amazing thing. I mean, to me, who's been trying to compose for 40 years, just to be able to do that is without having to hire a cellist is amazing.
So Dave, you can also show 2 things. I think
Please
we've
do.
got one bob at the end. Maybe it fits, but let's say it doesn't. Can we get rid of it?
Can what now? Say one more time.
On the cello
Yep.
fragment, right? We've got the last part.
Yeah.
Let's say it doesn't fit.
Okay. Thanks for the nice soft pitch. Thanks for the softball there, Bush. You are a hero. You're right.
I've got another one.
Look. Oh my gosh. I can just I don't like that part. I'm taking it out. Guess what? It's gone. It's done. Now it will not generate new yet. Probably will eventually. But you can also click. All right. Now, I do want to take one thing. Do you see the vertical lines, right? That these are each one beat or one measure. I'm sorry, one measure because I've got it really zoomed out. These are each one measure. Right now, when I drag, I am dragging onto a grid set up by the beats and the measures. When I grab, which you can do by clicking the top, move things around, all right, I am confined to that grid because it wants to make sure that it knows where the beats are. But if you, on a PC, now with an Apple, I think it's Command C, but on a PC, it's Control C. If you hold that down, then you're free from the grid and you can edit or you can move things smoothly and not be confined and click in, okay? I'm gonna move it there, but then I want it on the grid. Okay, and Bush, we're gonna take that out, that little divot there. Nice. Okay, and you said you had one more. Well,
Yeah,
give it to me.
because, well, sometimes Suno generates those waveforms for the fragments like abruptly,
Yeah.
or like you cut it off,
Yeah.
but still we can see the some fragments, and maybe we can just fade it out. So we can add fade in and fade out on both ends.
So I could click that right there. And
No, I
listen,
don't
if I
think
right
it's the way.
click it, huh? Pardon?
If you hover on the bottom corners
Okay.
and then drag,
Dude, not an envelope.
there you go.
Oh, bro. Oh, they done fucked up now. Oh, that's amazing. Because, all right, thank you so much, Bush. All right,
Nice
so
feature right there.
yeah, so what he showed is an envelope editor. Let me get where everybody can see. All right, and so this is going to be our amplitude, our attack, and I want this attack to be very, very. I like it to come in a little stronger, so I'm going to keep the attack very firm there, but on the end we have it very nicely fading out, starting with the last little musical gesture in the phrase. Do you see that? So, okay. If you roll the, okay, mouse button is up and down, but if you control, it zooms in and out. All right, let's listen to now that with our little divot cut off and a nice fade.
Come when you've messed it all.
Beautiful. 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 Okay. Any questions? Okay. All right.
So, Dave,
So,
I
there
have
are,
I have a question for you.
yeah.
I was looking at that little bump at the end of the channel line that Bushwick Fest in rhythm, but I was curious, what if we wanted to use that as a percussive element for the song?
So if I could take, I don't want my mic to feedback. I could take this and copy it just with a regular copy and paste. And then if I wanted to use it again, say at the end, paste it right there. Now I want to make sure that it lines up. Okay.
Can we try a different way?
Yes, please.
Can you select like clicking on the top section of the strings? Then you're selecting the whole thing. The
Okay.
top. Oh yeah, justice.
Yeah.
And Control D.
Control D. Oh, and that just duplicates. Oh,
Yep.
Now, here's a trick when you are duplicating in a DAW. I can hit that Control D. I can hit the
Over and
D
over,
as many
yeah.
times as I want. No pun intended. But look, if I put, they're going to put them right after each other. So if they're in time, then I can just now go through. So delete those. And it will pick up right where it left off musically. Now, I don't know if this is, let's see if that's a complete 8 bars there. So it might have copied weird. But yes, that's great. I want to move that. Let's see if we can line it up just like we did here on the front. All right, we got the top of the waveform. That's beginning of the waveform is 2 sections after that last drum hit. So if we go here, we find 2 sections after that drum hit, and we can move it right there. Now it's in the same place musically as it was the first time. Let's see if it works.
Time moves on, it always does. But there's a space here that still belongs to us. You don't say a thing, just me, just me.
Okay,
that worked
so
beautifully with the voice.
it did. Yeah, it worked. But listen, we could also, because it kind of was meant for this section, so we could right click on that. We can just remix that section, right? You remix that real quick. And what that's going to give us, I believe, did it do it? Remix selection. May have put it. Okay, so we can
I
bring
think
that.
you have to select, actually drag the selection, create the selection.
Oh yeah. I think
Hey,
it did. It put it in there. Yeah,
Dave,
but you can drag and drop it
Dave,
just like
if you
that.
don't
Right
mind,
in.
I'm going to read something from chat. Mellow Barrage stated an important note: make sure you keep your studio mix on beat when you're mixing. It will automatically snap it to the timeline to beat when you insert it, so just don't change it. If
Yeah.
you don't, anytime you try to generate stuff in the editor, it will be off beat because whatever is generated will snap to the timeline beat, not your
Yeah.
mix.
Yeah, that's true. And I've already dealt with that at the beginning of this little demo. I had to change the tempo down here for
Oh
it
yeah,
to
because it was like
match up.
way at 180, something crazy like that.
Yeah, it defaults to 120 beats a minute. What
Oh,
I'm going to
gotcha.
do is just recreate this, I think, because it's in the same place. It occupies the same amount of musical space. Let's just have it better integrated and generated. Also, I was thinking, when this drum re-enters here, we could add a little bit of maybe additional percussion there, but I don't know. Let's do one thing at a time. I'm thinking a tambourine needs to make an appearance.
Time moves on, it always does. But there's a space here that still belongs to us. You don't say a thing, just me, just me.
Yeah, I don't like that one. Let's see what the other one has for us.
Time moves on, it always does. But there's
Much
a
better.
space here that still belongs to us. You don't
Nice,
say
nice,
a
nice, nice.
thing, just me, just me.
All right, so we're definitely going to use that one in the track. All right, good. Copy that to the main mix. Copy that. Did it? Did it do it?
So now, because you split it and regenerated it on one part, can be tricky.
Yeah. Okay. One thing else I want to try. Anybody have any suggestions? Just call them out. We can try something. I'm gonna put in a little tambourine track. Think drums. I'm gonna start it. Well, not drums. Is there a percussion? Yes, I think there is percussion. Good. Right here. Right there. I'm going to put in, let's see, simple Tambourine. Is that how you pronounce it? Is that how you spell it? I think it is. Simple tambourine pattern. Even if it's subtle, we can pull it way back in the mix, and it can just add another layer of character to our mix. Okay, so while that's generating, a little bit of housekeeping. I've got about 5 minutes left on this demo because we do want to get to the LP. I want some questions. I want some suggestions to try this hand pan. Ooh. Ah, I see hand pan in the chat. That's intriguing. That would be really pretty. Let's see. Oh, look at that. That's not simple anything. God, I dare even play this.
Come when you've messed it all up, or when you've got good news. Come when you're tired of trying, and you just want to lose. Come when you can't make sense of it, you've got nothing left to prove. I'll leave the door unlocked and know what to do. You don't have to say a thing, just breathe, just be. Lay your head where the quiet is, right here next to me. You can fall apart if you.
Subtle enough. I have it pulled way back in the mix and panned way over.
Time moves on,
Okay.
it always does. But there's a space here that still belongs to us. You don't say a thing, just be, just be. Come when the night hums low, come when you need some peace. You can fall apart if you need. You're welcome, love.
All right. So that is our demo so far here. Now I know there is probably so much more to learn, and there is so much more that is forthcoming. I mean, I haven't even gotten into notating the MIDI and exporting MIDI. It's pretty amazing. It's done simply by clicking, right-clicking, and then you can export the MIDI.
I think one of the most important and useful function that you haven't shown is splitting. Can you show splitting?
What do you splitting?
Like, let's say we have this part of the bass, the first one, and then you want to copy it somewhere else. Just this part. You select some part, and then you want to cut it out.
Yes.
So now you have to split it
Okay.
or cut.
Just a second. All right. So I have it now. You want to what?
Or let's say change volume only for that part.
Ah. Okay. So I would go to
Now
split
you split.
here.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Now. Oh. Okay. So now we can individually, I didn't even talk about this because I haven't found a lot of use for the transpose yet. The speed, maybe we can double time things if you want. But we could take this and
That's
transpose
we
it
have a
down
lot
an
of
octave.
material soon.
Yeah, we will definitely do that. But oh, that's great. Thank you so much, Bush. And that way, that gives me a lot more granular control. I can do all. Now I haven't tried to heal edits with it yet either. Okay, so we've made all of our changes. Okay. We've got everything on that we want. We've got our volumes and our pans all set. Next is to export. We can export the full song or we can export each track individually. I'm going to do the full song. Then we're going to give it a listen, see how well our changes were integrated. Okay, can you still see my screen? I know you can see my screen, but do you see the untitled project? No.
Yes, we do. But you clicked off it.
Okay, you can see it now?
Yes, sir.
Untitled project?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, so there's our, no, we didn't do anything with lyrics. We didn't do anything with anything. We just did a very basic kind of intro tutorial. But let's listen to this thing and see what we got.
It doesn't even give a style on stuff.
Yes, because you can add different section, different stem, different instrument with different
that's right.
genres,
Yeah,
different
it's not
styles,
just
so it doesn't
one-
matter.
It's not just one style anymore, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Come on, play. Play. There we go. Play.
Come when it's late and you can't stop thinking. Come when the city's too loud, when you just need somewhere quiet. Come when it's raining or when it's all too much. I don't care when, just come, you're welcome here. You don't have to say a thing, just breathe, just be. Lay your head where the quiet is, right here next to me. You can fall apart if you need. You're welcome, love. You're safe with me. Come when you've messed it all up, or when you've got good news. Come when you're tired of trying and you just want to lose. Come when you can't make sense of it, you've got nothing left to prove. I'll leave the door unlocked and what to do. You don't have to say a thing, just breathe, just be. Lay your head where the quiet is, right here next to me. You can fall apart if you need. You're welcome, love. You're safe with me. Time moves on, it always does. But there's a space here that still belongs to us. You don't say a thing, just breathe, just be. Come when the night hums low, come when you need some peace. You can fall apart if you need. You're welcome, love. You're safe with me.
It's beautiful, man.
Wow, I think we did. You know, for a generation that I popped out about 20 minutes before we started, and just a little bit of crafting. Plus, Keeks, is she still around? Okay. Well, what a beautiful prompt. So give her some love for that prompt. I'm going to send that song over to her, but she did that just out of the generosity of her heart. Okay.
So, Dave, can you show one more thing which I haven't tried? You probably
Okay.
haven't tried either, but just to maybe we can try the part two, just to show. So, can you select some fragment of a layer and actually drag it to multiple layers. So select fragment of 3 layers, for example.
Okay, let's see.
Doesn't matter which.
Yeah. All right.
Something
now we
like
gotta
that.
see.
Now open first panel with one key one.
Oh, come in. What happened? Oh,
Oh,
shit.
click on it.
Just a second. Something happened. All right, come in. One. There we go. Okay,
Yeah. And now, if you drag the selection to the first panel, something can happen. Yeah,
Yes.
I haven't tried.
Now it is preparing.
So you can actually remix the fragment that you selected with multiple layers.
Okay, so it's going to leave our tambourine just the way it is. It's going to leave our vocals just the way they are, and only it's going to do is remix our drums, our bass, and our guitar there, which has been rendered into a little mini selection. And you can play that. So we could change our styles there. We could change. Let's change the weirdness here.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
we're kind of running into a time crunch here. So.
Yep. I'm going to change the weirdness. We're going to generate one, and just to see what it'll do. What I also like, and I'll say this one, we could go, say I made a whole, all right, here we've got a generation. Maybe we can listen to it. I don't know if it's enough time. Okay. Now we could use that in its place, but we could also get the, extract the stems from that. Okay. That's going to take a second. It's going to extract some stems. And then if we wanted that electric guitar, we just drag that electric guitar stem in there, and we can pop that solo in there. It's the same way you would go about recording, by humming something or playing something in, remixing it, and then dragging the stem of it that you want in. Okay. All right. So I know we are running into time crunch. There will be a part 2 because I think that's necessary. Bushman, thank you so much for your assistance. You are a badass, my friend, and thank you for being one of the leaders here. So I really appreciate that. Anybody have any questions as we wrap up?
All right, everyone.
All right.
If y'all don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
Go and do it.
For the listening party.
All right.
All right. That was awesome, Dave. Great, great. A lot of stuff to learn. The brain's full. So I don't know how
Yeah, I
much
know.
stuff I'm gonna do.
It's a lot, I know, but it's cool, y'all. It's
But,
cool.
you know,
I've
it's
been
great
making some
because
shit.
I'm playing around with Audacity, and it's got a steep learning curve. But I learned a lot today just watching work with the with the interface of the dock. And one of the things that I love about this is that basically with the generative aspect of it, you no longer have to go out there and find loops or produce loops and produce samples. You can literally create them out of your imagination. One aspect I think is really, really huge.
That's correct. And you know what? It really is not as it's really not as controversial as the AI haters would make it believe. For example, I use Lander as a platform to do my mastering. I think I'm going to distribute something on it later this year. But it has a sample library that's got over 4 million samples in it. You type in a keyword, you pull up a sample. What's the difference. All we're doing is generating from keywords. It's yes, you can go find a picture of it and use that, or you could go into Fruity Loops and recreate it, but it's really not that much difference. And the people that talk about AI and that it's some sort of shortcut have never really composed or think about composing in a very narrow way. I always just want to offer them a quill and some parchment and let them go for it.
Sure, there's a campaign.
That's correct. Some frilled sleeves.
There you go. And put a powder lid on. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get the party started. We're going to start with one from Mr. Spartank called Justice Will Be Done. Spartank, would you like to say an intro or type out an intro? If they're in the room, I don't know if they're in the room. You can try pages. It hates us all equally. It does not hate all of us. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. All right, so I don't see Spartank coming here. I'm going to go ahead and roll the song. Justice Will Be Done. As you guys know, Spartank loves to write about historical events, and judging from the picture, I am assuming that this is about the 9/11 attacks. I didn't witness the crash, but I did witness the smoke cloud one time. That was very troubling. All right, guys, Justice Will Be Done by Spartank.
Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. America was targeted for attack because we're the brightest beacon for freedom and opportunity in the world, and no one will keep that light from shining. It hit like thunder on a sky so blue. Ordinary day till the towers flew. Flight 11, 175. Steel turned flame. Innocence gone, the world not the same. New York bleed and the skyline crack. Ash in the lungs and the sky went black. Pentagon struck, flight 94 back. Heroes in the air, put courage on the map. You thought we'd fold, you don't know our name. You lit a fire, now drowning the flame. We don't forget, we don't forgive. You took our peace, now see how we live. You woke a beast, now we don't sleep. 10,000 miles we marching deep, from NYC to Tora Bora dust. This ain't vengeance, this is just blood don't dry when the steel is hot. Justice moves whether you see it or not. Bin Laden ran, but time caught up. One shot, one call, that dead got cut. Blood don't dry when the steel is hot. Justice moves whether you see it or not. Bin Laden ran, but time caught up. One shot, one call, that dead got cut. Dropped in fast, boots hit the sand. Caves in the mountains, rifles in hand. CIA Delta, ghost in the trees. Moving through Kandahar, whispering freeze. Taliban folded, but shadows remain. IE's bulge raid, soldiers in pain. Winner at war, but the mission stayed clear. Hunt the coward who brought death here. Tora Bora echoes with missed goodbyes, while mothers prayed under foreign skies. But the flag kept rising, battered but proud. Every stripe earned, every star unbowed. Whether we bring our enemies to justice or bring justice to our enemies, justice will be done. Justice will be done. Blood don't dry when the steel is hot. Justice moves whether you see it or not. Bin Laden ran, but time caught up. One shot, one call, that dead got cut. Blood don't dry when the steel is hot. Justice moves whether you see it or not. Bin Laden ran, but time caught up. One shot, one call, that dead got cut. Whether we bring our enemies to justice or bring justice to our enemies, justice will be done. Justice will be done. Yeah, yeah. 10 years deep and we never forgot. While he hid behind walls, we still fought. SEAL Team 6 hit a Bottom's gate. 2 shots rang out, sealed his fate, but it never ends clean. The scars run wide, so many gone, but the pain won't hide. From Kabul to Fallujah, blood in the soil, but freedom ain't free, it comes with toil. Critics bark, but we stayed the course. force, not for revenge, for a higher force. We bury our dead, salute the brave. You started a war, we brought the grave. Yeah, justice will be done. Justice will be done. Blood don't dry when the steel is hot. Justice moves whether you see it or not. Bin Laden ran, but time caught up. One shot, one call, that dead got cut. Blood don't dry when the steel is hot. Justice moves whether you see it or not. Bin Laden ran, but time caught up. One shot, one call, that dead got cut. You broke the sky, we built it back. Brick by brick through the ash and black. From ground zero to desert sun, we don't run. Justice will be done. Justice will be done. Justice will be done. You came for fear, but we brought fire. You fell beneath that funeral choir. No safe place when the ego flies. We bleed, we fight, but we don't die. These acts shattered steel, but they cannot dent the steel of American resolve.
That's a very, very good song. I saw people sharing the memories of that day. I was going to work for my first day of having moved house to new apartment on September 10th. So I caught the train in and ride again. And I had to chase trains at the Pentagon Metro station. And while I was there, a guy from the station waved at the camera, took out on the tracks, picked up a beach ball that had fallen on the tracks, threw it back up on the platform, and climbed up. I thought, well, that's the weirdest thing it's all day. Little did I know. Anyhow, that's a great song. Next up is Summer
Oh,
Glory.
just musically on that song, before we move on, that is a very specific genre. I'm not talking about the lyrical content or the story or the meaning. I'm talking about purely the musical genre that is sometimes called stomp, clap, hey. You might hear it, a group like the Lumineers or Mumford and Sons. I will wait for you. That's boom, stomp, hey. And this is another example of that genre. Okay, just thought it caught my ear.
Good, thank you very much. All right, next up we have Poor Boy by B Freeze. I just want to remind you guys, please do give some likes to the playlist if you get it front page. And of course, please do visit these songs, give them a listen, add them to your playlist, like, and leave a comment. Let's be nice to everyone, man. We're all in this together. B Freeze, are you in the ring with us? Aha. Having an argument with a friend the other night. He's part of the combo for intro. So this one's not for the radio. Is that, am I hearing you correctly there, B Freeze?
He's spilling the tea.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I think we might have to keep this on the DL. Oh, oh, they're not on you. Okay, so great. So it will be on the radio. And we'll have a laugh at their expense. Outstanding. Oh, Genevieve, good night. Say hi to your sister for us. All right, Quarter Boy by B Freeze, based on an argument.
Lit like lightning, she said, listen up kid, if you talk to nature you can't be sad. Oh really, nature's talking back now, that's an easy cash grab. Can you show me how? I wanna believe her. The poisonous eye of the water turns red and I see her and it burns.
Oh shoot. I'm so sorry. That was embarrassing. I'm so sorry, B Freeze.
It's cool though, because now you don't have to worry about it anymore. I will go back to the corner I was happy enough to stand in. Not sure why I left it in the first place. Come on. We both know you are too good for that shitty ass corner. I'm too good. So that's why I'm in the corner, cause everyone and everything outside of it has done nothing but let me down. Woo! Find me in the corner, sipping on something and working on, yeah, a couple fucking songs that I just start up and they hot, bruh. I write them down before this last sip puts me straight down on the ground. Cause when I ain't sipping it down like it's water, I find it so much harder to sit with all the shitty excuses that you've been spitting out. And you know what I just thought, oh yeah, I can't remember why it is I'm even still here sticking around. So find me standing on the corner, not no corner boy, but got that shit that's gonna leave you wanting so much more, yeah. And I'm always slinging it out, so please just go stand up in the corner. You're safer in the corner, boy, but not your chick. We'll just take your baby girl with us, because she wanna dance a little dirtier now. Find me in the corner, sipping on something and just jamming to a couple songs that I just put on, yeah. Let's rock, bro! Money does it down for this last sip, puts me straight down on the ground. Cause when I ain't sipping it down like it's water, I'll find it so much hard to tolerate the smell of all that shit that you've been spewing out. And when I give it some thought, oh yeah, I can't remember why it is I'm even still here sticking around. So find me standing on the corner, not no corner boy, but got that shit that's gonna leave you wanting so much more, yeah. And I'm always slinging it out, so please just go stand up in the corner. You're safer in the corner, boy, but not your chick. We'll just take your baby girl with us, because she wanna dance a little dirtier now. It's cool though, don't worry about it anymore. So find me in the corner before this last sip puts me straight down on the floor. I can't remember why it is I'm even still here sticking. So find me standing on the corner. No, not no corner, but I got that shit that's gonna leave you so addicted, and I'm always slinging it out. So please just go stand up in the corner. You're safer in the corner, boy, but not your chick. We'll just take your baby girl with us, because she wanna dance a little dirtier now. Come on. We both know you are too good for that shitty ass corner.
Yeah, that Dean Freeze, that was really nice, Dean Freeze. DG, you got a sorry. I saw DG in the chat. David, do you have any commentary?
No, no, it was in E minor. I'm sitting here jamming along with it on the keyboard. Um, it's good. It's one of those songs that the realness comes through.
It, yeah, as B Freeze said, it was based on a real argument. So yeah, there you go. Oops, wrong thing here. All right, next up is Blue Hermit. I'm not familiar with Blue Hermit. Does anyone know who that is? Is that or what their name is on the server? Oh, they are on the server. So I'll see if we can call them in and could talk about We've Got a Problem. Um, I actually viewed the lyrics a little bit earlier. It's a bit of a tough subject, so as you guys know, we have a disclaimer at the start of the show, and I forgot to mention that if anyone's sensitive about these kind of topics, by all means, feel free to step out, step away, whatever you do. No one's going to judge you on that. All right. It doesn't look like Blue Hermit is here with us right now, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a play.
I didn't see it, but how could I?
Oh, hey,
Thought you
sorry.
loved me, but what a lie.
Oh,
You were just
I'm sorry. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
There you are. Okay, okay, Blue Hermit. All right. Welcome. First of all, is this your debut with us?
Yeah, this is my first time here.
Hey,
Outstanding.
man, welcome, bro.
Thank you.
Welcome. We are honored to debut your song with us on this listening party. What would
Okay.
you like to tell us about the song?
Um, sorry, my mind was elsewhere. If it's the latest one, I think. Oh, okay, yeah. This one was just one I had penned. Most of my songs come from characters or my personas that I thought up. So this is a girl who's got into an altercation with her boyfriend, and it's going to be the last time, the first and the last time. So basically, that's what the theme of the song was about.
Yeah, I got that. I read the lyrics and gave it a listen, and it's like, yeah, this is a girl about to be trifled with, so I do appreciate that. That's always great to see a strong character like that. All right,
Yeah.
well, this is We've Got a Problem. Let's give it a listen.
your charms and my oh my. You caught me unsuspecting at first try. You're a boy mad at a world that's turning. You can't relate, so you respond by turning all your anger and rage into a burning explosion of hate. And so now I'm learning, yes, that slap was a shocking wake-up call. But now my eyes are open, I see it all. The resentment, the pain, the fragility. You hide beneath your false affability. What is it about some men and their masculinity? They think it's only valid stomping on femininity. You made the mistake of thinking I'm not strong. Well, honey, I bite back and I'm here to prove you wrong. We got a problem and it's you. I'm gonna solve it and then we're through. You beautiful boy, I thought you were my Shangri-La, but you're nothing but an angry gorilla lie. You hurt me and now I'm gonna turn the favor. Baby, punching back the pain is something I'm gonna save it. Discussion. Instead, you tried to give me a concussion. You didn't think there would be any repercussion. I got the brains, have the tools. It's your head I'll be crushing. I'm not a woman who gives in. I don't behave. I'm so not your possession. I'm not your slave. It won't say on my tombstone that she forgave. So you see this hole I dug, boy, it's your grave. We got a problem and it's you. I'm gonna solve it and then we're through. You beautiful boy, I thought you were my Shangri-La, but you're nothing but an angry gorilla. Something I'm gonna save it. We got a problem and it's you. I'm gonna solve it and then we're through. Yeah, yeah. We got a problem and it's you. I'm gonna solve it and then we're through. Yeah. You beautiful boy, I thought you were my Shangri-La, but you're nothing but an angry gorilla lie. You hurt me and now I'm gonna return the favor. Baby, punching back the pain is something I'm gonna save it. Yeah. This girl don't play nice. If it's violence that you crave, you can find it in your grave. You can find it in your grave.
Blue, that was fantastic, man. So since you're new here, you may not be familiar, but this is a certified 100% man fur, which is a word that we invented. That just means that it's better than a man.
No, what I really liked about it was that kind of Memphis, dirty kind of dirty South kind of thing. The Gwen Stefani voice, that kind of marching band kind of horn section, very cool.
Dave, I've got a question for you. Shall we keep going in order, or Max has just given me a link to his latest video?
So he has the video now.
Yes, he just gave you the link.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, guys. We are interrupting our regular programming for a new Max video. So give me a second here to get it up and running.
Yeah, for Blue Herman and anybody else that's new with us, this is a little bit different than a regular listening party. You know, those are going on almost around the clock here, it seems like. This is a workshop where we do a little bit of a deeper dive into some of the songs if the composer wants them, and try to enrich the community by learning from each other. So we do welcome both Suno songs and videos, because I love to make music videos, and we have some incredibly talented video producers here too. So both are welcome.
Hey guys, with no further interruption, Max Thoughts, The Christmas After Nightmare.
The autumn falls, the lanterns flicker, two hearts at play, the shadows snicker, the air turns still, the silence stings, the night descends, the trap is sprung, the bogeyman laughs with wicked tongue. Squeal and grin,
Shriek, 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 shriek.
the game begins.
He takes the girl, he makes his claim. A trick of chance, a crooked game. Her voice grows faint, her hope turns thin. The night pulls tight, the dark draws in.
Trapped inside, screech and run, shriek, 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 the game's begun. The boy is lost, he cannot rest. He walks the path, a shadowed quest. Through ancient trees with doorways ring, he seeks the hand, the pumpkin king. Screech and bite, the haunted night.
A pact is sealed, a hand is shown. He will not face the dark alone. Through twisted streets, past withered doors, they walk as one, the courage soars.
Side by side, creak and cheer. No need to fear. The bogeyman grins, a wicked trick. His games are sharp, his dice turn quick. He calls it fate, he calls it sweet, but nothing waits, no promised treat. Screech and claw! His stitches tear, the insects flee. The bogeyman falls to misery.
The lovers meet, their fear is gone. The dawn breaks through, it brings the song. The stage is safe, the danger past, and light will shine. The day will last.
The curtain falls, the tale is told. New steps await, new worlds unfold. So keep the door, the path is near, for every tale may lead you here.
Dude, come on, man.
My goodness.
Man,
Uh,
if
but
you
this
don't
is
put a package together for Pixar and Disney and probably Nickelodeon Studios, you don't have a hair on your ass, bro. You're too good, man.
that was Chaco, man. That was awesome, brother.
So good. So good.
I mean, that looked like a temporary option. All right, that was the great Max Fox with the Christmas Before Nightmare. Yeah, that's what it was. Anyways, you can find that on YouTube, Max. If you don't mind, I closed out the tab, so if you wouldn't mind putting the link in chat, please do, so that people can go pay you a visit and follow you, give you lots of love that you deserve. Talking about people who deserve lots of love. Next up is dubstep influencer. Dub, you here? I think that's dubfluencer. I don't know. All it shows is D dot dot dot. Does me no good. All right. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get it started. If they drop in here wants to play, great.
Her father's rich as a pirate. He walks the seven seas in a villa on the coastline, sitting underneath the palm trees. She runs with the rebels and she sleeps with the law. They tried to burn her at the stake until the Rasta men saw. Oh, when the Rasta and the princess, he found her out in the wilderness. Though the Rasta and the princess, she had the softest lips. She woke up from the dead, her skin covered in jade, but the fire in her heart was not put out. The rope burned on her wrist. He healed with a kiss, and he said, "You're gonna be okay now." The Rasta and the princess, he found her out in the wilderness. So the Rasta and the princess, she had the softest lips. The Rasta met the princess on the road, beautiful and bold, and he said, "My darling, I know you have to go, but before you do, I need to know, could I be the one to give you all my love? Oh, could I be the one you're dreaming of?" And she said, "No, no, 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 no. I gotta go, 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 go." The Rasta and the princess, he found her out in the wilderness. The Rasta and the princess, she had the softest lips.
Oh, my goodness. That was very cool. Sorry about that. Very cool
Nice.
combination of Rasta and dubstep in there.
I
Grant.
love that reggae sound, and it didn't rely too much on like typical reggae backbeat guitar. It kind of got it across with the bass and the drums. It was much more of kind of dub than typical reggae, which I really like. And that little backbeat guitar was in there, but in Jamaica, you would call that the skank. So he was skanking in the back, easy skanking in the back. Is that little offbeat, upbeat, chunt, 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 chunt that you hear in reggae. So the skank was very chill in that one. Yeah.
Genevieve, welcome back. Let's see you back. Rough ones today. Oh, it's the nice one. Uh, okay, I was wondering why my computer was starting to help. Guess who's up next? Ichigo. All right, hopefully this is the best things up here for us. Anyways, yikes. Might have been your profile. That's not what I wanted. This is a song by Ichigo, Little Idols. If you guys don't know, it seems like with 100% certainty, every time I play the song by Ichigo, my sudo freezes up and I have to reboot my web browser. So we're gonna keep
That's
this.
because they're so damn cold. I'm sorry.
I think he's a hacker personally, David. All right, guys. This is Time by Ichigo Hollow Idols, and I was going to play.
Day fades to night, sunsets too fast. Another year gone, a memory past. Birthdays fly by, a passing glance. No time for love, no second chance. Oh, time, cruel thief, why can't you wait? Every tick is a tear, it's just too late. A map of old roads, lines around eyes. My mind grows dim, my last goodbyes. The mirror's reflection, a stranger's face, a ghost of youth lost in this space. Wish for one more, just one more day to hold you close, hear what you say.
Nice one.
Guess what happened?
What?
Each go, I swear, man. I don't know what it is. Yep, I'm gonna have to reboot Operation Repeat this guys. Sorry about this.
I like that track. It's in the key of C minor. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? I'm in the key of, you're in the key of C minor there. Then it goes to the 6. Then to the 3. But unusually, instead of going to the 5 and then to the 3, it went to a minor 5. So the whole chord progression goes. So it is an example of something called a minor dominant, which is not so common in pop music. Okay, Roy, are
You
you
guys
back?
love the whole music. All right, guys. That was Time by Ichigo. Let me break up here so that you guys can take your own risk. Go there. Upload. If it screws up your computer, go break it. Great. And I'm also going to go ahead and relink the playlist so you guys can go back in there and get lots of love to all the artists and the playlist itself. All right. Next is Stevie Skyline. This is Under Your Spell by Stevie. Stevie is one of my viewer artists, so I don't know if they are on here with us. Vicky, if you look up, thank you so much for being here, Stevie. But let's go ahead and grab this style prompts. Dave, I think you're gonna like the style prompt. Aggressive beat metalcore featuring technical melodic guitar riffs, syncopated groups, and dynamic shifts versus views, aggressive chunks with soaring leads, explosive odd-beat breakdowns, add intensity, catchy choruses, provide contrast and intricate solos to propel the track. I like that. How about you, Dave? What do you think about that? Dave? Dave? All right. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and
Oh, sorry. No, my mic was down. I'm sorry. Progressive upbeat metalcore featuring technical melodic guitar riffs, syncopated grooves, dynamic shift, verse fuse, aggressive chugs, scarring leads, explosive odd meter breakdowns. Cool. Add intensity, catchy. So I'm thinking something toolish. Yes, that's my prediction.
They said this is one of the happier sounding ones off of their 4th album. All right. Let's go to listen.
was really, really, really nice. Really, really, really
It's
nice.
interesting we don't have an FCC license because I'm just going to burst it in.
The
That was balls out fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was good. The I don't know if I would call that metalcore though. There was definitely some chug in there, but it almost sounded post-punk to me. I think the metalcore would have been a little bit more. I got to get real close to my mic. You know that shit.
Well, whatever you're going to call it, I call it.
Great job.
Good job, Stevie.
Yeah, it's a great song. Yeah, definitely. But I got some post-punk vibes, some like, you know, I don't know, maybe Bring Me the Horizon a little bit. Not screamy though. I don't know.
All right, that song that we see Seth, is here at this point. Actually, that's great. Was it here? This never for your thoughts is an opportunity. I like what does anyone even know what it is anymore? Anyone on the West Decade? Doubt it. Like urge. Sorry. I use it as here as a stand face most men during hearing from their significant others. And we talk about the relationship. One of the things sound like it's soft, holding down attention. Most classic toughness from adult romance. So it also puts tough that thinking about the future of this species. Sexy eyes. Daughter, hey, wow. What a description. All right, so this is what Minute Your Thoughts. Like Breezy.
Ain't it quaint taking your fingers for a walk through soggy pages of books they threw away? The squish of damp paper stocks, spines gone soft, letters drained of whatever vital thing they once tried to convey. Good night, moon, my sun and stars, whatever pale-faced lies they told to placate the restless, the brave and scarred. If we could carve a little time outside the ticking clocks, enjoy the world they left in shambles, let hard hearts grow soft, be pricked by brambles. Maybe then you could finally release the breath you've held since we passed the graves in silence. Empty your lungs, breathe in my love. Let me fill you all the way in. We're hopelessly lost. Penny for your thoughts. Ain't it sad seeing ice cream go to waste, melting on the sidewalk before we've had our taste? Sickly summer stomach aches, queasy sturm-undrang, localized beneath our underpants. There's no escape. If you give a mouse some nookie, she's going to want more. Cuddle time before dinner to ask what this is heading for. If we could leave our wants behind, negate ourselves, build a future from rubble, let hearts grow full, be drained, transformed. Maybe then we could finally relax, stop
It was nice. I was getting kind of nostalgic for some like college radio, college pop, kind of 90s. Took me back to college.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it definitely has that vibe to it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when did you go to college?
The undergrad was 90 through 95.
Okay, we're about the same age then, because I graduated '94.
Yeah, yeah. And then the master's and doctorate was 95 through, I don't know, 2000. Then I took a break and came back later.
All right.
Beautiful description of the song. Speaking of work, this could be great. Another keyboard. So, what's this about?
Well, so I wanted to write some electrified gamelan. Balinese gamelan is if you ask me what like my favorite sound is, it's that Balinese gamelan orchestra playing together, the polyrhythms, the sounds. It's all gongs and xylophones and drums, flutes, beautiful stuff. And so I'm writing the Psytrance album, and I wanted to do some Psytrance gamelan. And when I heard it, it kind of reminded me of that old TV show, and I don't know if anybody here will remember it, but it had Leonard Nimoy was the host, and it was like Unsolved Mysteries or something like that. I forget what it was called, but it was a 70s thing. It kind of reminded me of the theme song from it, which kind of colored my childhood a little bit. I just thought it was quirky, and I just named it that. After that, it has no real context in the song.
In search of?
In Search of, that's it. Oh, that show was so cool, and the theme song was really good. And
talk
so,
about a perfect choice
for the narrator, man.
yes, yes. So
All right.
All right. So
there you go. Yep. Enjoy.
Yes. Dave, that was absolutely beautiful. I need you to entertain everyone for a few minutes here because my opera has stopped working yet. So Ichigo, you're off the hook. I think it's just when the song is just so great, it just overwhelms my opera. So just give me a few minutes, guys, and I'll have it back in front.
You know, the story behind that song is just that I was.
Dave, get closer to the mic, sir. We can't hear you.
Sorry, I'm in the studio, and every time I play my keyboard, my mic overloads, so I turn it down on the board. Okay, so the story behind that song is that I saw everybody using the Roland 808 drum machine, and I said to myself, there are lots of different drum machines out there. Let's do some exploration. Which ones did Nine Inch Nails use? Which ones did the Beastie Boys use? All these different drum machines that are available, and I wanted to see if Suno could recognize any of them and not just pump out the same kind of 808 bass, which I mean, I love. I use 808 all the time, but I'm always running as far away as I can from like cliche. I try to anyway. I don't want to see something used again and again and as kind of a crutch when there's so many other things. Okay, good. That's enough of my soapbox before I say anything dumb. I think Roy's back. Hi.
Yeah, Dave, that's impossible to say.
No, I
All
don't
right,
think so.
guys. Thank you so much for
909s are
attention.
great. Yes. 808s. Try a 707. You want to really blow your mind. Try a 707. It's crunchy.
It, it's something that's been in the back of my mind. Does that new numbering system relate to the years that the machine was used, like 707,
They're versions. I don't think it's specifically with the years. They just happen to put one out every, decade or so. I don't know that 909 definitely was big in the 90s, but in the 80s too, and the 707 didn't come around until later in the 70s. So the 707 and the 808 was kind of the 80s, the 909 was in there. But that's just the Roland line of drum machines. There's so many, if as I'm looking in my studio right now, I have an old organ here. It's an Aquarius Hammond organ from the 70s, and it has drum machine on it. But because this is a completely analog instrument, it doesn't even have, it has some oscillators for the organ, but the drum machine is all made, it's all made physically. So if I can turn this mic around and start this drum, maybe you can hear it. Okay, so there is the rock sound. Right? Oh, here's soul rock. Now, soul rock is interesting because this is 1970s, right? But if you take that up,
This is all mechanical.
yeah, it's all mechanical.
Wow.
Take up the tempo, sample that, suddenly you've got jungle music. That's the origin, these analog drum machines. It wasn't until digital came around analog in the 70s with voltage control stuff, and then digital or frequency modulation in the 80s and digital in the 90s. But before...
Would you mind telling us which co-host of an AIU Monday night show was part of that whole revolution of the West?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. Yeah. No, but I have taken samples from that organ there and just thrown them into Suno and let it do its Suno thing, and it does some pretty cool stuff with it.
It's so cool.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to look forward to this is a song I wrote this afternoon, Get Out the Popcorn. It's because I went into one of the chat rooms and found out there's a whole bunch of drama going on this morning. I don't know. Feelings, misunderstandings, and everything else. I decided not to partake or really look into it very far, but it just kind of reminded me of the whole concept of people wanting to get in up tea and get out their popcorn. So there you go. Yes, absolutely, Michael Jackson. That's right. I want to give a special shout out to Whiskey Wizard. They were chill chat with me when I wrote this and helped me kind of go through several generations, and also D. Griffin, wherever you are, if you're still with us, was also very instrumental in helping that area. So get out the popcorn.
The day began with a bang, out the gate or sang over the din, their bitching rang. What's this I gotta hang? Get out the popcorn, a new controversy's been born. Get on the horn, I got a new one about you to warn. Boy, I got a new one for you. Out the gates, this one flew. The second I heard it, I just knew this one was too good to be true. Get out the popcorn, a new controversy's been born. Get on the horn, I got a new one about you to warn. The music I need sure what to say. I don't get off this way. To some of you, this is a game to play. Please keep this at bay. Get out the popcorn. A new controversy's been born. Get on the horn. I got a new one about you to warn. Get out the popcorn. A new controversy's been born. Get on the horn. I got a new one about you to warn. Forever take
Going
me
in.
with you.
Sorry about that.
That was
Um,
nice, Roy. I really like that.
David, I don't know if you noticed, but I had a lot of fun with the lyrics. What I did is I did nested rhymes in the lyrics. So each line it has a rhyme nested in it, and they're an AABB pattern. And then, of course, the other thing that I did is I split the chorus in each verse. So there's no separate chorus, but the chorus is actually part of each verse.
I love that. Okay, so we're playing with form.
Yes, sir, we
Great.
are.
I love that. You know, it really reminded me of the band Placebo. I don't know if anybody knows that band, like the song Bitter End or, uh, Pure Morning, any of those great Placebo songs. The guy's voice just was it. I could hear them performing that song. It's really nice.
Maybe these ones.
Weezer maybe in the guitar work, but not in the guy's voice at all.
All right, guys, well, that was Get Up Popcorn. Yeah, back there. Up next, we have something from Airship Union, otherwise known as Sherry. Let's try and paint her. I don't know if she's with us right now. Certainly trying to get her. Thank you. Thank you. I see that you called her. Her first. Anyways, this is a rare opportunity. This is a song that she wrote today, guys. So this is fresh off her mind, and when she sent it to me, it literally had one play. Now it's got 16 plays, so I don't know if you've heard it. I was honored that was like, so, all right. Uh, Sherry, are you cool? Oh, Sherry, would you like to give us a little description with regards to the Forever Me? Yes, please. All right. So if you feel disrespected, this is how you kind of get back your get it back a little bit. I really dig that. Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Steve-O. That's what I call it. And God bless America. It's a whole lot cheaper than real therapists. All right, Sherry. Well, this is an honor. Let's go ahead and play. This is Forever Be by the Great Ancient Union.
for your turn to talk. Show the knives I felt in my back for all my lives. So marks every tract. I don't wanna feel this. You can't stand to see it. Never to be. While I say so, you act like I don't know how woefully, hopefully, stupidity I was to be. But that's just me. I reflect, you interject. I'm wrong or right in me to be worthy to say I don't wanna feel this. You can't bother to see it forever to be. Forever enough. Never for me. This is all there is to give it all again. Pretend to begin, nowhere to end. If I discover a friend, I'll recover in the valley. Never to shine, never to be. Never were enough, you say, not to rise, not to fall. Never to matter at all. At all. At all.
Any person who has the foolishness to disrespect or underestimate you, they deserve what they can. Because, goddamn, what you are truly impressive musician and person. Dave,
That detuned guitar thing at the end was really dope too. It just felt like the whole thing was just kind of coming to an end, just not, and not just was the end of the song. It was just, I don't know, it was final decay and sloughing off at the end of the song. I really like that.
she said she wrote that in 5 minutes.
Stevie Nicks wrote Landslide in about 15, so.
Yeah. Isn't there a video of part of me writing Get Back, like it literally just comes.
Yeah, probably.
I remember that being a part of like,
Awesome.
um, you know what? This is definitely. I think every time there's a really great song, it messes up my opera. So Dave, if you don't mind entertaining everyone for 2 minutes, I'm going to have to do it.
Okay. So I'd like to take a poll. Who thinks Roy should start using Chrome? Um, come
It's
on.
still on here, Dave.
Oh. Well, no, it's just a suggestion.
No, I need
Listen,
to definitely clear my cache, do all that stuff.
he's
I
using
just
Opera because some YouTuber influencer gave him 15% off with his code at checkout.
no,
My
it's free.
first, my first studio was a Windows 95 box that I bought out of an old real estate office, and I used that to produce my first album, and it was pretty bad, but it didn't crash every song. No offense, no offense, no offense.
Not taking, sir, not taking it at all. And the laptop probably needs replacing. So if there's anyone here who's rich enough to give me a laptop, I'll give you my address. Yeah. All right,
Perfect.
let me share my screen, get it back up and running here. Yeah, Richmond.
Starving artists.
That's Richmond.
Oh, Blue
Oh man.
Hermit, Commodore 64. Okay. That was
Yeah,
my
there you go.
first piece of electronic music that I ever made. I had been playing the piano for a little while, but I had gotten into band in elementary school or whatever and had learned to read music. And with the Commodore 64, there was a music editor program, which was basically a MIDI piano roll, and it had three voices, and you could do three notes at the same time. And man, I must have spent hours programming in note by note my favorite songs and then starting to write. That was an important piece of tech for me in my life.
Oh, same for me.
That
I don't remember that one, but I do remember, they had the cartridges, and I remember there was a staff notation program or something, but that's how I learned how to write music through that before I took band and choir and stuff.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
notated on that staff program. I know it's so awful. And then
hey,
I got,
everyone, if you say goodnight to Bess, he's like, he's talking.
oh, good night, Mez. Love you,
Love you,
bro.
buddy. Sorry for interrupting, guys. All right. Next up, this is a new artist for me. Abnormal mindset. Is abnormal mindset here? I hate to ask that question because I don't know if I want to hear the answer. Creativity of these names, though. You know what that reminds me of? Remember the movie Young Frankenstein, right? Right, David?
Of course. Oh, yeah, of course.
That'd be normal.
Abby Normal.
Oh
Abby's.
Lord.
It was
So
Abby
Mel Brooks,
someone.
he's still, he's still making movies.
Of course. He's 99, something like that.
I know, isn't it crazy? And he's actually seems to have his wits about him.
He just does it for the money, right?
Of course, he's done.
No, come on. What I'm being facetious because look, he doesn't need a cent. He
That's
is a
not.
master, but because he is a creator, he will create until he dies. It doesn't matter if nobody watches it, but it is the type of person that he is. It doesn't matter if he never made a cent. He would be making movies when he was 99 years old if he had the ability.
Thank
That's an
God he was
amazing
successful.
thing.
I couldn't. All right, next up, abnormal mindset. Obscure has abnormal mindset joined us. Other than mine. not see them here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move forward with the song. Hopefully they'll join us by the time it's played. Wow.
Why won't anyone listen? It's like I speak, but my words are gone. I used to think I mattered, but now I'm doomed to join the noise. I wore a mask to hide my face and forgot the man beneath. Everything I get a hold of wrongs by. Am I still here or just residue left in this life? Can you see me now? Always be there, screaming in the distance. I won't ever listen to the obscure again. Everyone moves on, but I'm still here. Neither dead or alive, just a statue built from what's left behind. I thought it would be safer to subside, to blend into what's expected. But I'd rather break the norms than keep all my pieces intact. The truth doesn't sit right in my head, so I sculpted a version I could recognize. Can you see me now? I'll always be there, screaming in the distance. I won't ever listen to the obscure again. Everyone moves on, but I'm still here. Neither dead or alive, just a statue built from what's left behind.
Hard as well. That's hot, hot, hot.
That was
Hey,
hard.
I will
So,
see leave for this nice
what
having you
you
listen to the show, buddy. Vicky, you leaving?
see
Oh,
you
it's Vicky
later.
is leaving. I'm sorry. I always try to figure out. Later, Vicky. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and helping out in the way that only you can do, which is just great. All right. Yeah, not trying to kick anyone out. So if I prematurely said goodnight to anyone, don't take that as a hint. Good day, sir. Not kidding. Oh, Davey's starting to play the piano. That's a scary sign.
No, I was. No, sorry. Oh,
All right, man. Yeah, that was awesome. Man. I'm usually not a heavy metal guy, but yeah, that was so great. Hey, Dave, what was that? That wasn't a 4/4, was it?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention in that way. I'd have to hear it again.
Don't
I think it was. But I'd have to hear it again.
5-4.
It can be. See, that's just a polyrhythm, but it's still 4/4. You could even count like a 7/8, but you could count it in terms of two triplets, and there's all kinds of different ways. But that seemed like it was pretty straightforward.
Johnny, I have you on the playlist. It might have not updated, but you are on the playlist. All right, man. Next up, AI Works. I'll make a hell diver out of you. I assume this is about hell divers. Song is based on the video game Helldivers 2. Yes, intense co-op shooter set.
All right, so who can tell a non-gamer what Helldivers is about, and why there were so many unanswered questions from Helldivers 1 that the
Yeah, exactly.
audience
They had to come up with
demanded a
Helldivers 2.
sequel?
And you know what? Here's the funny part. I've written this description here. It says it's an intense co-op shooter set in a satirical dystopian future. Excuse me, but the goddamn present is pretty fucking dystopian. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. I don't know if we're actually in a simulation or just reality. Whatever's going on, it's crazy, man. All right, may you live in interesting times. Let's see. As you play as one of mankind's
The whole game is just like a Walmart simulator. Like level 2,
Soldiers-
collect the laundry.
They are determined to spread managed democracy. Okay, took the idea from them, but citizens and those not well credited them as poor gods or unbeatable residents of Disney's while making man out of new sequence from the animated film, comparing the standards to that movie to the comically untrained Helldivers. All right, I'll make a Helldiver out of you. This is going to be interesting.
Let's get down to business. To train this recruit. Did they send me crayon munchers when I asked for troops? You're the saddest bunch I've ever met, but you can bet before we're through, somehow I'll make a helldiver out of you. Tranquil as a forest, but on fire within. Once you find your weapon, you must try to hold the line. You're unsuited for the front lines. You can't tell your left from right, but you're all we've got. So grab your gun and try not to die tonight. We must be swift as a coursing river. But it's okay if you're kinda slow. With all the force of a great typhoon, a gentle breeze is acceptable too. It's all the strength of a raging fire Helldivers.
Oh
Democracy
shit.
protects. Democracy protects. Oh, sweet liberty.
Однажды в небольшом сказочном
Sorry about that. Didn't realize I had a mic going there. Little mispronunciation of that last line, man. Otherwise, awesome. That was really, really funny. Really well written. Very, very well done. I don't know if you want to run it through, remaster, use the editor to fix that hell divers at the end there. But I mean, that's up to you. Personally, I think it's good to go. But you know what? Sometimes we get a little bit crazy. Try to, yeah, yeah. That's right. AI works. I'm sorry, buddy. Um, Dave, actually, is that something that you could do in studio? If they had access to it?
Uh, Say again. Replace
Just
what?
pronounce the word hell divers at the end. It's not hell divers.
Oh yeah, yeah. You could replace. You could do it in Editor too. Editor might even be easier than Studio because
Yeah,
you can
probably.
you have
Think about
text-based editing there.
it. Yep, yep. All right, hey, AI works. Tell you what, if you are familiar with the procedure, you need a tutorial, just let us know. We'll be happy to do it. Get you a walkthrough. All right, Sherry, thank you so much. You have a great night, man. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and roll it on forward. I believe we only have two more songs left here. Uh, you know what, Judy, I thought I had it on that playlist. I don't. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Yeah. Okay, do me a favor. Go ahead and put the link here in chat. I'll go ahead down into the playlist. I don't know why I didn't make it. I tried earlier. All right. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and go to Braden Beamer. Oh my goodness, Braden, are you with us right now? Because I know you're here, so it's really, really cool. Oh, you're in Georgia. Oh, I'm sorry. I think you're in Georgia.
I was gonna say that's the whitest sounding European I've ever heard. I've talked to him a couple times.
You should be like, I am from Georgia, East Europe. Which,
Oh no, I am from Georgia.
Georgia, I'm not tough. All right, Braden. Hey, listen, man. I'm officially BDM now, BBDM, because you own you own that genre, buddy. I tell you. What's it got for us tonight, man? Saw that. Right. All right, guys. You guys ready for this? Let's give it a listen.
Quiet warm hand, small light finds us. Count for stay.
Chief, I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't realize I was going to interrupt this by. Give me a second to reach. I apologize. Yeah.
Clouds thin, colors blue. Old fear loses room. Let go. Trust Truthless, we rise. Breathe in, breathe in. You and I still here. Less fear, more
Great. Oh man,
Beautiful as always.
holy crap, that was just so absolute. Uh, great. I don't know where you get it from, man. You're an awesome talent, and we are lucky to have you. Right, guys, we have reached the end of tonight's party with the final song. Now, this is said to be by Dumb, but it's actually by Solid Snake. Is that right? That's it. Oh, man. All right, guys, put the link right so that there's no more misunderstanding. Now, just right now, right now, please. Oh, boy, that's so funny. I don't see it. Here, there it is. Yeah, songs from the Buddha. I don't understand. That's the song, isn't it? I see what happened. Okay, I got you now. All right, I'll fix that here in 2 seconds. So that's the original that you covered, basically. All right, well, listen.
Yo, let the root in. Not a suggestion. A surrender. skin like porcelain hack by yours truly. She kissed a ripple in a loading stream. Said, why wake up when you can't bleed in dreams? Her breath hits soft like a sermon trap. Don't think she smirked, that's how mirrors entrap. Ticking the psyche, twitching the frame. Braids flying everywhere in a mating game. She don't speak in tongue or type like I do, but she hum in her jawbone till your limbs take flight. Let the root of sin in.
Slowly down, system breach begin. She already coded deep inside your grin. No name, fish jelly, no faith to escape the telly. When your ego dies, the root unplugs. She hums, you click, she licks, you track. Now your soul got spores and your lungs talk back. Let the root in, slide in, let the root in, then let the root in, just like that. Let the root in, slide in, let the root in, then let the root in, just like
She peeled me fruit from a future orchard. Said forget your past, it's a cartoon torture. Her lips split open like double mouths. Whispered truth in a dead bird's blouse. No lies here, just sinking flow. She smiled, unzip and let me go. That trembling fear, baby, that's the merge. You ain't dying, you just cloud nine. You melt in motion, let the swarm recode. Ain't no self when the song explodes. She takes, remakes, no back, no skin. Where your voice once stood, the root lives in.
let the root in, yeah. Let it bleed. Oh, let the root in, you gone now. Let the root in.
Let the root in. Root swarming. Let the root in. Root swarming.
You guys familiar with the movie Airplane? I
So
probably
cool.
chose the wrong time to try to eat some mushroom cups because damn, those things were kicking in right as I saw it. So either that was a great timing or horrible timing. I don't know which, but man, that was awesome. No, it's not my first time. Denny, thank you, man. That was great job, brother. Great job. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Look at that, right on time, Dave. Every time, somehow or another, we always start on time and end on time. Except for when
Amazing.
I'm stuck in the woods of Lynchburg, Virginia.
Well, I had a great time tonight. Um, I have some things to go attend to with my hubby now. Roy, can you take it from here?
I'm gonna get everyone a good night and see if there's someone who would like to take over for the after party, which I'm sure will have here soon. David, thank you so much
Okay.
for blessing us with that great lesson this evening, man. That was awesome
Hey,
stuff.
no problem. I'll come up with a lesson too here soon.
Absolutely, sir. Looking
Groovy.
forward to it.
All
Hey,
right.
Dave, one last thing before you
Yep.
leave. I was thinking, what if we gave everyone a challenge to come up with a song for you to work on?
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I'm always down to, you know, collab or cover or whatever. Sure.
Great. There we go, guys. So you
Yeah.
heard it.
Let's do it.
A mass collab. That sounds good to me, man. All right. All right, David, thanks again for your
All
time,
right.
sir. You have a great rest of your evening.
Yep. Love you guys. See you later.
Love you too, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. I'm going to be headed off because I have started to fade out real fast here. So if Debbie, if you would like to take over, or anyone else would like to take the reins and share this screen, and we can talk about the Donut Collab another time. Right now, my brain's not functioning. All right, guys. Love you guys. Have a great night. Thank you so much for joining us for tonight.